Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions like, how do I record an episode? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. So when I thought about starting a podcast, I had no idea how it worked. I don't know how I came across Anchor, but I did, and it was free and it was 100% easy to use. And I love to use it to connect to my audience. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. One of my many goals in life is to impact women's lives by helping them start a business using some of the same methods I've used to start my own business. I understand starting a business can be very overwhelming, especially if you're one of those people that simply don't know what business to start. Let me help you with that process. You can reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at I am Koyeda, or you can email me at info@koyeda.com and let me help you create the life you want. Hello, beautiful people. Hope you are having a wonderful day. My day has been filled with traffic, accidents, all types of things. So, don't mind me, I'm driving home, and this is going to be the last episode for 2019. So hope you're in your car. If you are, sit back, relax with me. And I want to talk to you today about setting intentions. Setting the right intentions. The right intentions determine your mindset, determines your success, essentially. So I made a post about this exact type of sentiment, and someone said to me, that sounds like a podcast. And I was like, you're right. So that's what we're going to do today, okay, on the other side. I believe it's important to set the right intentions for whatever it is you're doing in life, whether you're, interacting with someone, starting a business, whatever the reason is that you are doing whatever it is you're doing. You have to set in the right intentions to get the right outcome. Let me tell you, that is key. So what I put on Instagram the other day, I posted, the exact post says your intentions identify your purpose, which determines your mindset. And I put that on, and someone said, that sounds like a podcast. And I thought, yes, it does. That's the way I'm going to close out 2019. So that's where I want to end, because I want us to think about what our intentions are, where we stand right now, what our intentions are for what's happening in our lives, for some of our goals that we want. Are they being done in the right spirit? Are they being done and set with the right energy? Because if you don't get the results that you were looking for, you got to evaluate your intentions. They will determine the results, right? So your intentions, which is what you want to achieve, identifies your purpose, which is why you want to achieve it, which determines your mindset. So if you're going in with, yeah, I want to start a business because so and so started a business and I feel like if she did it, I can do it. Okay? If she did it, I can do it and I can do it better. Look, it's basic. Like anyone can do this. See, that is an intention. That is the wrong intention. So you want to start a business because so and so is doing it, right? So it's going to determine your mindset and the outcome ultimately, because you're starting with the wrong energy, the wrong spirit, the wrong mindset, right? And so in this season, it's time for us to evaluate, because we're going into a new season. 2020 is just around the corner, days away. We should be evaluating why some of our goals are not achieved. Why some of the goals that we put on paper and we thought, yes, we could do this, why it didn't work out, why you didn't reach that target. You know, energy is a big thing. The energy you put out into the atmosphere is a really big thing. So we really have to be careful about the type of energies we're setting around ourselves and anything we do, our business, like whatever it is you're doing, relationships, we really got to be careful about that. So I'm driving in my car, y'all, just in case I didn't explain that before. And I thought this would be a good time. I've been stuck in traffic. This is a good way to end off, okay? So that's one thought, okay? So when you're going to be thinking of businesses or relationships, you really have to check yourself, okay? You got to check yourself, because your intentions subconsciously can set the tone and mood for your business and determine whether it fails or succeeds. So basically, your intentions is an invisible marker that frames your ideas and your outcome. Okay? So if you're starting because Benita is doing it and you thought, if Benita could do it, I could do better. You know, you really got to be careful on that, because it might not turn out the way you want it to turn out. So before you start businesses and enter in relationships and friendships, you got to ask yourself, what's your reason for starting, for sharing this relationship, starting a business? Number one, and does it align with who or where you are now and who you want to be in the future? Does this relationship, does this friendship, does this business align with where I am now and who I want to be in the future? And number three, would you be okay with the results if they don't match your intentions? Would you be okay with the results of the business? The business fails. Would you be okay with that based on your intentions? Because you wanted to start because Benita was doing it. So are you okay with that? Benita's successful at her business, but you're not. Are you okay with that? Your relationships fail because you were starting as a hookup. Are you okay with that? You know, this isn't a dead science, so I don't want anyone to think I'm like a clinician of any sort. But these concepts are important. Energy is important. The energy, the thoughts that you put into things will yield a certain result, right? Okay, so one of the reasons as well that you really got to be careful of your intentions is that some people can't live with themselves or don't realize that they're starting the journey off on the wrong foot. You don't want to start on the wrong foot if you don't set your intentions, the right intentions, okay? This process will help you. So the process of evaluating yourself with the 3 steps I offered you earlier is going to help you understand who you are, where you are at, why you're making your move, what you stand for, and how that mindset that you have is going to be beneficial to you. So is it the right headspace? Is that the right headspace for you to be in when you're doing what you're doing? Or do you need to reevaluate? This is why I want to end off 2019 on this note, because it's a good thing for you to do, to evaluate yourself as we approach 2020, for you to set new goals, new intentions, new mindsets for 2020. Okay. Now, have you ever seen a rich person that is unsatisfied or they can never have enough, right? It could be because of the energy. So that energy is important, the energy that was put out surrounding the start of the business or relationship, friendship, whatever it may be. So we have to make sure we're setting the right intention. So your intentions, let me start that again. Your intentions, which is what you want to achieve, identifies your purpose, which is why you want to achieve it, which determines your mindset. So if you're doing it because, Benita, if you're starting a business or enter into a relationship just because you don't want to be alone, you don't want to be lonely, you don't want to be alone, you really got to evaluate, is that the right mindset to go into a relationship with, right? So you can't be surprised if the relationship does not last, if it's not successful. You can't be surprised if you're thinking about, Benita, starting a business, and the only reason you're doing this is because if she did it, you can do it. Right? That's not the right foot to start things off on. So you can't be surprised, I should say, if things don't work out as well. Okay? So everyone, I want us all to win. I want us all to succeed. And I feel like that's how we want to end it. So we can start 2020 fresh, wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to be successful with the right mindset, the right intentions. Because we really got to know what purpose. What are we doing this for? If you're starting a business because it's fun and you're doing it for fun because you love what you're doing, great. I think that's a good thing. But doing it because someone's always doing it, we got to be careful of those type of things. You got to be careful of those type of things. I've been guilty myself of that type of mindset, but you really got to cleanse yourself. So if you've already have something going, you've got something going on, and you perhaps are not seeing things go the way you want them to, just do a little cleansing affirmation to cleanse yourself of that, rid yourself of that energy and that thought process, that mindset, so you can move forward to be successful. Because sometimes you start off with that wrong energy, and once you do that little cleansing, you can kind of move forward and see make great progress. And that rich person analogy that I had before, again, not a clinician of any sort. I don't have a doctorate in any degree in this type of thing, and I'm not generalizing about rich people or wealthy people. But again, intentions are important, because you can be rich as heck and still be so unhappy. And it's all that energy that you started with that could be affecting you, why you can never be happy, why you can never feel accomplished, why you can never feel like you've made it, why you can never be satisfied with the results. So again, I want us all to win. Happy holidays to you, and I will see you all in the new year. Hug somebody, love somebody, and let's move forward in 2020 with the right mindset. Take care, everyone. Happy holidays. Imagine being able to create your own schedule. Be free from the traffic world of the 9-to-5 land. Imagine waking up and spending more time with your family. Imagine being able to start your business with little to no experience. Imagine being able to have all the resources you need to help you with that process. Well, if this is something you want for yourself, your imagination can become your reality. Reach out to me at I am Koyeda on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And you can also email me at info@koyeda.com. And let's turn that dream into your reality. Your business is closer than you think. Don't forget to like, comment, share everything you do matters to me. Everything you do matters to us. Everything you do counts. And so those things really keep this podcast going. So thank you all again and enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time.